go live. I like how it wants to make sure that I want to go live.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Sure.
But
are you sure you're wearing a shirt right now?
nice, Rob.
Rob. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. All right. I will be right back.
Okay.
Tabletop session with friends.
Yeah, that'll do. Flip of the hair.
There we go. Pop out chat. There we go.
All right, Rob. Just desk. All right, where's my coffee at? Here we go.
What's up? Victoria, you look like we did something wrong.
No, Victoria did
You look
something
disappointed
wrong.
in us.
I'm disappointed in me. How many?
Yeah.
Like.
I'm so sorry, Victoria. Don't get mad at me.
I know you're not supposed to like beat yourself up or be disparaging, but seriously, Victoria, can you not keep a pair of glasses?
Oh no.
Yeah, I have no idea. I looked in all the normal spots.
Did you check your dice bags?
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's what it was last time.
It was in my dice box, but that is like over there. God, I'll look at it on when we're finished.
Under your desk, around your desk.
Oh God, if it was under my desk, we'd be in so much trouble. Dan, just so you know, it says surprise tabletop session with friends.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, that's why I said that. Sorry.
Oh man, I need to put
Another
this
surprise tabletop session.
Son of a one.
Victoria.
Did we already go live or not yet?
We
I'll
are
change to live.
We are live. Do you need me to go not live?
No, we're good. I just won't bother changing the other part of it.
Okay, let me pull up Discord. I realized that. You know what? I'll just look up Discord on my phone. Answer the questions from my phone. Oh my gosh, what happened? What's with all the...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that was from you. Okay.
My eyebrows are insane, guys. Why didn't anyone tell me?
They're insane?
Yeah. They're out of control.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I fixed them.
Well, I don't have my glasses on, so
They
I'm
look
not...
alright. Yeah. What was wrong? What was crazy about them?
There's just one that was like just going rogue.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I get that sometimes. Like something happened to one swath of it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we are here with Bird.
Oh yeah, while you're doing this, maybe this is what I'll do. What was that noise?
It's a squawk. What is this? Episode 3, right?
It's episode 3. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Dan.
you so much. Thank you.
And Tasha second.
And also Tasha.
Second. Oh, she's not here, so it's not as funny.
Yeah. It's coming eventually. Oh my goodness, Dan. That time it transitioned in like 6 seconds. I don't know what's going on. We're going to have to screw around with that.
Strange, yeah.
So strange. Okay. Well, welcome to the 3rd episode of Squawks. We're pretty much on time, right? Only 10 minutes late. We're doing okay.
They're on our time. We don't go for the internet. The internet waits for us.
Changing to mod view since I have the time.
let's see. Ask me anything. Yeah. That's good.
There it is.
That was last night.
Blocked terms. Oh my goodness. I love Kim so much. When we learned that we can block terms and I told her I was going to block tentacles, she lost it.
So mad.
I wouldn't ever do that to her, but
Yeah, that's pretty funny though.
I've never met such a strong tentacle enthusiast.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Oh, I have to scroll past the picture of Target to get to our questions. Okay. Well, I don't know. Are you guys about ready? Should we get started? Do we need to wait a little bit? I don't know. Okay.
I'm just updating the
All the stuff.
tweet.
Well, how about this? I will ask specific questions for our three guests, or the two guests that are not you. Okay. So we have. Does everyone want to just say briefly which characters they have and how long they've been playing D&D? Since that's what we've been doing every night. So you want to start, Melissa? Oh, sorry. As you take a bite, should I just go to Emilio first?
I took
I'm
it
sorry.
out of my mouth
I'm
as soon
sorry.
as I
I don't have my glasses on. I couldn't see.
Sure, I'll go first. What was the... Sorry.
Okay, so which character do you play? What night is it on? And how long have you been playing D&D?
I play Peppino Puccinelli on Sunday nights. He is a gnome wizard, and I've been playing D&D for... What year is it? What?
2020.
2020.
I honestly don't know when we started.
It's our 5
I started like a year before Victoria and I played together.
Yeah. So it would be probably almost 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Sure. 6 to 7 years. Yeah. And I jumped into it really fast. I like knew about it, but I had only like looked into it maybe like 2 or 3 months before I started playing. I kind of just leapt right in. It's cool. I don't regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turned out okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Awesome. All right, Melissa, if you want to go next.
Oh gosh. Hi guys, I'm Melissa. He's playing Minecraft. Sorry. I play in a bunch of different campaigns. On Mondays I play Silvera in the Forsaken. On soon to be Tuesday, a character in Kyr's Lament. But that's not. I'm not playing her at the moment. But anyway, oh gosh, Friday I play two characters, Emersina and Devanya, in Stormfall, and Saturday nights I play Mistraloth in Court of Thorns.
Mm-hmm.
Do I play too much D&D, guys?
No. But I think you are our reigning queen of all the channels, right? At this point, you'll only not have something on Sunday nights.
And Wednesday, besides this tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made sure to purposely like clear a day or two at least because
Good.
yeah.
That's good. Awesome. Oh wait, how long have you been playing? Did I miss that?
I've been playing 3 years. Yep, 3 years.
Awesome.
Juicy.
All right, Dan.
Oh, that's me.
That is you.
Hi, I'm Dan. The end. You all know me. Yeah, I'm Dan. Let's see. I play in a couple of games and have a ton of fun. I play in Vic's Sunday night game, the Obsidian Scar, and Steph's Monday night game, Forsaken. And I get to DM our All Evil campaign, Kyr's Lament, Tuesday nights, and our Good Aligned, but roller coaster of emotions campaign Friday nights, Stormfall. I've been playing for about, I guess it's about 5.5 years now. Just still feels weird to say because it still feels like I just started. I played in like 1 or 2 sessions max across like 4 different games that got that far and then got canceled. which was a real bummer to me when I first started playing. I found Roll20 online with the Geek and Sundry community. But then the games kept crapping out. So it's like, well, if the DMs can't stick it out to have a campaign, I guess I'll just have to DM. So I was never really a player. Effectively, I went right into DMing, right into streaming. Went right into streaming a campaign for a little over 2 years before Stormfall. And now I'm here. Now I get to be a player and DM. It's all fun. Hey.
Hey.
Me, Dan.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's start with a question for everyone. So Varath asked in Discord to all, which would be your preference? Spend a day getting to know your party members better, spend a day exploring a dungeon, spend a day gearing up, or spend a day getting more powerful? Ooh. Taking notes as the DM for 2 of the 3 people.
Or this is a question for our characters or for us?
Oh, I don't know. Let's ask Warren. Characters or... I'll wait for him to... Is this characters or them as people?
Yeah.
Let's see. He might be away from the...
Uh-oh.
Plus the lag and everything. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Let's do characters, and if you meant people, we'll just go around the horn again. Dan, you want to start?
Well, yes. Just kidding. Sorry, I like to hear myself talk. Yes. Let's see. I think it depends a little bit. I mean, I just have the 2 campaigns, but to go by. But I do feel, I don't know. It's probably get to know my other the other characters in the party, the other party members better, because I do thoroughly enjoy that. However, if we have, because obviously we can have breakfast for half a session, like when I'm sitting in Scar. So
It's been known to happen.
yeah, and it's great, or Truth or Dare, or all the different things, and I do love that. But it ebbs and flows. With that, then I like being put into challenges with everyone where we're fighting side by side and having different dynamics tested and such. I think that so it kind of depends, back and forth. I like a good balance, a good weaving of those first 2. I forget what the other ones were. Getting more powerful. That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun and sort of the being able to be more creative with what I do thing, but it's never really like give me that juicy power. What was the third one again?
The other 2 were exploring a dungeon and gearing up, which is like the best way of saying shopping.
Nice. Yeah, exploring dungeons fun because of all the environmental challenges. There's times where maybe you need to be saved and someone leaps in to save you, or you watch someone wake up a sleeping enemy, and
Someone. Watch just someone.
People.
Yeah.
And it creates a fun silly thing like that. So I do enjoy that. I like interesting gearing up. Again, not so much for the power, but if there's something that's fun, like lore wise, that ties in, or has like a relic that unlocks, and you have that anxiousness or the eagerness to do something cool that may or may not unlock, finding that moment where you get some additional feature in a cool roleplay moment. Okay, that's it for me.
Cool. Awesome. Let's go with Melissa next.
I'm gonna kind of answer both. So like as a player, personally, I like getting to know everybody's characters and stuff. I think those kinds of sessions where you can really sit down with everybody and just role play a whole thing of, who are you? What do you do? These are my talents and blah, blah, blah. Can I be your friend? Can I not be your friend? Are you here to kill me? Those make kind of like the best moments. And as for in character, I really enjoy the running around dungeon battles and stuff like that, because I think it really shows you how everybody has played their characters and built their characters and how you can work together and stuff. And I think that's really cool. And you can make up a lot of really cool and interesting ways to do stuff.
Good answer. Okay. Emilio.
I'm gonna agree with Melissa. I think exploring a dungeon. Well, okay, Pepino likes exploring a dungeon a little more because it shows more about people's problem solving. And I think that actually goes kind of into the character. For instance, like Derek has access to like all this powerful magic, but instead he would, and I love this, rather just kind of solve things the old-fashioned way, whether that be like attacking or just like burning a hole in the floor, starting a fire, whatever that might be. And for myself, probably getting to know my party members better, I would say. It's between the two for me personally, between exploring a dungeon and getting to know my party members better.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a toss-up.
Well, I figured you guys don't all want just one, or else that would be,
Yeah.
Yeah, you want some
I
variety.
mean, getting more powerful is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Unless you're
Tricks.
Steven playing, who literally told me before we started, I want my character to be average. Don't give me anything cool. Like,
Yeah.
Nice.
all right, I'll give you things that are weird then. All right, fine.
Nice.
Okay. How about this? So I've got one for the 2 in Forsaken from Steph and one for the 2 in Obsidian. It's the same question, though. So what other campaign would you metaphorically like to see a crossover with? So let's start with, we'll do Melissa, and then we'll do Dan, and then we'll do Emilio.
I would love a crossover between Forsaken and Obsidian Scar. Like, I think that would be really interesting.
Cool. Dan? So you've got 2.
Yeah. It's just which campaigns?
Yeah, so like for Kazeel, which one would you want Forsaken to do with? And then Obsidian, which one do you want Obsidian to cross over with?
Gosh, honestly, both with one another because we're close-ish, sort of to the same level. But I love the character dynamics between the two, and the amount of trouble we could get ourselves into and then out of with those two campaigns crossing over. I think would be.
We would never get out of jail.
Nice, yeah. I can't see. Maybe Stormfall with I don't know. I think Obsidian Scar would be too rowdy for Stormfall.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the Forsaken with Stormfall, since there's enough people that are task oriented. both campaigns.
Or Stormfall and Court of Thorns. Now that
That would be interesting.
would be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, Emilio.
Court of Thorns. So many ideas.
I would love a crossover with everyone. Personally, I would like, but what I would want, I think the best thing would be like one character at a time showing up and like kind of running around, doing some errands, getting to know each other. That would be my favorite thing.
Yeah. You know, Maeve could totally go on vacation too. The Obsidian Isles. I could see her going on vacation.
Nice.
We can make it work.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm really worried about a Forsaken and Obsidian Scar crossover, only because if it was everyone is so side quest oriented, you guys would just spiral all and like never get out, I think.
To be fair, our side quests have like led to where we need to go.
They have. Yeah, you're more
haven't,
meandering
like-
than anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Taking our time.
Yeah, you're just like hitting every checkpoint on the way to where you're
Completionist.
supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
We got
completionist.
100%. Get all the achievements.
Which I should have expected, especially with Emilio, because, when we played Curse of Strahd, we tried to do everything before we went to the castle. Poor Alec.
True.
Poor Alec.
It's true. It backfired, but that was
It did, but that's
kinda
okay.
funny.
Okay. So the next group question is going to be, what is your character creation process, and do you have any characters on standby that you would love to play sometime? Let's start with Emilio, because I know yours is a little different than everyone's.
My character. So I don't create a backstory for my characters. I prefer to just kind of improvise and have like an open slate, just kind of like a blank page where I can just kind of fill it in as I need to. My character creation process usually starts with like, there are classes that I like and classes that I don't like. I know I'm never going to play like a druid. I'll probably never play like a paladin. But for the classes I do like, I try to think of what would be kind of funny. So, for instance, one of my most recent characters is a goblin monk who I flavored him, instead of being like a martial artist, he's like just like an underground fighter, stuff like that. And he's like a good old like mama's boy. And I like to put spins on things. I like to be a little unpredictable. For instance, like right now I play a wizard that has no damaging spells at all.
Yep.
Yeah, like a pacifist wizard who likes to hide his intelligence and doesn't want to, I guess, flaunt his intellect. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of just falls into place for me.
That's awesome.
Awesome. How about Melissa next?
Oh gosh. I pull a lot from everyday life and like personal experiences, and also like media and everything, and pop culture. So a lot of my references, like Devonia's hometown is called Miranda from Firefly. Mistraloth, her last name is Windrunner because, I kind of based her off of Sylvanas a little bit from World of Warcraft. And so it's kind of like little things like that. And then I don't like to write out the characters if I'm not inspired. So if I have something that pops in my head, dude, what are you doing? Here. I do the backstory last. I don't do it first. I think of names and stuff and names of... Dude, I cannot read that. I don't have my glasses. Can you just wait, please? Hey, just for a second. So I write the backstory last, and I don't flesh it out at first. I just kind of have like an outline, and then I kind of fill in the gaps over time, unless I'm like, okay, this is how it's going to be, blah, 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 and then I'll flesh it out. But I just kind of take my time with it, and I've written so many characters that I can probably like write up a character in like 20 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's basically what I did for Kabubbles for Kim's campaign. She wasn't meant to stay, but she is. As far as characters that I have on the back burner, I have a bard that I really, 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 really want to play one day. I've never played a bard, but I'm not going to play, I don't like the stereotypical bard. So it'd be more like a person who does poetry readings, but her poems are, the words that she says is filled with magic and stuff. And so it kind of, goes into your mind and changes things or whatever, and kind of stuff like that. I think that would be so cool. I'm weird.
Yeah. No.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think we're all a little weird.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably why we all get along. All right, Dan.
Well, let's come back to Dan. Not just kidding.
Watch it, you. I'm in charge tonight. All right, go ahead.
Nice. I start with a class. So this is for characters, not NPCs, of course, but for characters, it's really only the two. Because even prior in those early games, I had a sorcerer that I wanted to play, and it was a tiefling. So class for sure for me first, and then I'll sort of run through the different races and see what I envision this particular class being and this person, and sort of build from there. Then of course I'll go to the background options, and but then I go to my trusty Google Docs and set up a bullet point to get a breakdown for like, okay, what's this person's dealio? Do they have parents? Do they have this? Do they have that? Before finally landing on a name. Name's usually the last thing, but I like to start the class first. Of course, I have my sorcerer, my bard. I want to play a rogue. I think it'd be fun to play a straight up rogue, and maybe a druid. Maybe I don't know. Really, my favorite two, of course, are sorcerer and bard was the next one I wanted to test out, which I finally get to. Yeah, but otherwise, it's I mean, the story part always just kind of blossoms on its own. The tricky part for me is landing on what class and race combo I want. Yeah, that's it.
Very good. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to start getting into individual questions.
Oh boy.
Okay, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
And these are all from Steph. So,
Thank you, Steph.
yeah, she did a lot of heavy lifting for us this week. Good stuff. So, fess up.
Excuse me.
Lennox has been feeling pretty good about himself with everyone talking about how gorgeous his abs are, right?
That's the question?
That's the question.
Lennox has a very complex set of feelings on his self-image. Being in shape is one of the things he could control about his image. And it was an outlet for him. He had a lot of issues with his mom there. And that was sort of a stress outlet. And so he was able to, he also didn't want to attract a bunch of other, there's probably a little too much thought put into this, but that's part of the reason he didn't want to be like super, super hardcore buff either. Is he didn't want to attract more attention, but he wanted to be fit and know for himself that he was fit. And that's why he doesn't intentionally flaunt it.
Really? That's not
Dan likes to tease it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he's comfortable. He's like he's getting comfortable with you all, which is why I wore like the silk thing.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, what else? I found this in there, and that's awesome. And he, But yeah. I mean, he it hasn't gone to his head or anything. It's sort of just a secondary back burner thing that he's got going on. Does he like any positive attention he gets from that? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Of course. It's become the new Jefferson, really.
Nice.
Emilio, will Peppino and Ileana ever get along?
I didn't know that they don't get along.
I love that.
I didn't know that. No, they get along. They're like brother and sister. I think. I think they do care about each other, and I think that they would like, without a moment of hesitation, like protect each other and defend each other and go miles out of the way for each other.
Yeah. I don't think they dislike each other.
No, I don't think they do either.
Okay. Melissa, do you have a favorite character to roleplay currently?
God, why did you ask that?
I didn't ask that.
Oh, I know.
Steph asked that. The people want to know.
I'm just a messenger.
I feel like every new character I make is more in depth than before. Shit, that's hard. And by the way, I forgot to mention that I thoroughly research everything while I'm doing my characters. So if I'm looking up deities and stuff, I'll sit down and research everything for hours. Oh man, a favorite?
Knowing it could change at any time, but right now. What's your current mood?
I would have to say Silvra. because she's a lot more fun. And her accent, honestly, when I was trying to come up with it, was kind of a joke at first. And I just went with it. So, yeah. I can have a lot of fun with her and kind of just chill and not be so serious. Like, kind of be serious, but really not. So.
Okay. Good stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask you another quick one, since that one was pretty quick. If Mist, Silvra, M, and Devanya were in a brawl, who do you think would win?
Oh God.
Some solid questions.
Like, they can't use magic? Because
I mean, they
Devanya
were in a
would probably-
brawl. Yeah.
Oh man, if they were in a fight, it was it's a tie between Devanya and Mist, to be honest. God, that's hard. Because I know Devanya would probably say, screw all of this, and like blast everybody. And like not even bother. I'm gonna have to go with Devanya on this one. I think, yeah.
Okay.
Final answer.
Final answer. Perfect. All right, so we've got one from chat that I want to sneak in so I don't miss it. Coffee Man is asking, question for each of you, can you name your favorite character from the other Madbird streams you're not on? Which I know is going to be hard for one of us. Well, and Melissa, you're going to just have to pick from Obsidian Scar because it's the only one you're not on, right? Yeah. I mean, maybe...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I haven't started
Kiers yet. So yeah, you can pick from
I...
Kiers. Yeah. Yeah. You're not there yet. Yeah. So,
okay.
And for Dan, you have to pick one that you're a DM for. So you have to pick one of your babies.
Pick a favorite.
Yeah.
You have to pick a favorite.
Your favorite character?
Yeah. So I'll start with poor Emilio because he's not as available. So go.
I've only seen a few streams of each one. I do really like Thaxel. I do really enjoy watching Tasha play Thaxel. So she's, different than Elzaris. I enjoy them both, but I like Thaxel.
Yeah, I do too. In the beginning, we got a little bit of her Thaxel showing with Elzaris, but that's
a little.
okay.
Yeah. You could tell when she was slipping.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. I'll make Melissa go next. I'm gonna make Dan pick his favorite child last.
From Obsidian Scar, Lennox.
Oh, good point, Coffee Man. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Lennox, of course, from Obsidian Scar. Always and forever.
Oh, nice.
Lennox okay.
Nice. Yeah.
You just can't compete with those abs.
He's just average, but those abs, though.
That's awesome.
Oh, gosh. From Kiers Lament, they're all so good because they're all so well established. I would have to say I'm really fascinated by Amari. Amari so far has been like the way she plays her, and she's a changeling and stuff like that, and it's just fascinating to me.
Good call. Dan, you do have an out. Coffee did point out that there is, Core Thorns.
Yeah, I can't say that I have a strong sense of the characters in Court of Thorns yet.
It is new, yeah.
Oh, let's see. Favorite. Maybe I'll just do one of those. Tell me what's your one of those interview questions, like name one of your weaknesses. Well, I worked too hard. So maybe I would maybe split it up into different sort of categories, because I don't know that I could pick a favorite. Everyone's a blast. I think currently I'm really curious to see, there's a couple Stormfall characters like Emil. I'm very interested in his story right now and what he's going to choose. It's some background stuff, so I guess not everyone knows about it, but he's got some stuff going on. I guess I can't really use that as an answer, can I? So I'm curious to see where that goes. Kaylin, with all that's happened recently. Geez, I don't know. Because there's so much good stuff. Yeah, this is really hard because then I'm like, okay, and then there's Galithor, and he's got some stuff trickling in, and then there's Em. Is she back? Is she not? And Devanya. So it's really difficult.
Get it
And
together, friend.
yeah, no, I can't. I'm sorry. It's everyone just has such interesting things, and even if you're not in the limelight right now. I mean, Ray is not even a character anymore, and I'm still on a high from that whole betrayal thing. Like, I couldn't possibly say. Yeah. Yep, that's my answer.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, since you bailed on that one, let's do one for Kazeel. How do you feel about the developments in the last 2 episodes of The Forsaken, and how will Kazeel deal?
Kazeel struggled. Like, he's a loner. He's not like Linux. He is a loner. There's a bunch of reasons he's a loner. And he has sort of a healthy respect for Tegan. Didn't like that he was trying to kill that person, but, has at least a healthy respect for him, and some of the other individuals here. And Silvra, he I think has a probably the most, not that it's a complex relationship, but the most out of everyone, in that they actually talked a little bit. He shared a little about his background, and he did decide to go against every fiber of his being to go help these people he doesn't know when they ran off. But it worked out. It worked out. He got some good information. So I feel like he feels thankful currently that it worked out, and that he's actually very much in his favor. He's got some new information he's been seeking a long time. And he's just going to wait and see like how things get put back together.
Sorry, good stuff. Sorry, my I was trying to just whisper you, and my thing was on mute. Okay. Yeah, let's get deep. Emilio, what are your hopes for Peppino as a character?
Well, for him as a character, just like in the grand scheme of things, just to have a good, like a really good story to tell afterwards. And he he doesn't want to lose anyone else too. He wants to become stronger to protect his friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Did that okay. did it actually kind of like mess with him when Derek died?
Yeah, I mean, he felt super bad, but at the same time, it was like he's smart enough to know that he did everything he could to protect Eric from himself. It was like, he doesn't know this, but it was a comedy of errors. It was just like the worst. It was like Murphy's Law on crack. It was just like, he doesn't take any responsibility, but like, yeah, he missed his friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It was like a Rube Goldberg.
Yeah, it was just.
It just once we
it was
got
like
on
an
the
OK Go video that led into like someone's death.
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, let's do this one super fast. Favorite sided die, D4, D6, D20, etc. Roll physically or digital die. Dan, which one's your favorite?
So which type favorite? Oh, D20 for sure, just because that is like the great decider. I think that maybe second place would be a percentile die, only in that that
Yeah.
that's the big big gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But big payoff, hopefully. And definitely physical. I do have fun in fancy ground dice and rolling them out. And I do like that it does a lot of it in the background, but for sure, nothing beats rolling physical dice for me.
Okay. Melissa, what are your favorite?
D20 and physical all the way.
Okay. Emilio.
Literally, Dan took the words out of my mouth. D20 followed closely by a percentile.
Yeah.
Because some real spicy might happen. And then physical for sure.
Yeah. I will say D20, of course, but I really like D8s. I like the way that they look. I don't know what it is about them. They just make me happy.
Whenever I roll the D8, I feel like I'm going to do more damage than if I rolled anything else.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't make sense, but I just feel like.
Yeah. I just.
Yeah.
D8s
Nice.
they're everyone sleeps on the D8. Okay. Let's do Dan. Trying to figure out who needed to go next. Okay, we'll do one for Dan, so I can knock out this paragraph. Okay, Dan.
Yep.
What characters from other campaigns would you like to see Lennox interact with?
Silvra. I think it's the one that has my interest peaked first. I think Kaylin, because I love Steph's reactions as Ileana. I would love to see her reactions as Kaylin. Let's see. I think I would be too off-putting to Emil. Maybe Galathor. Well, no, we already did meet Thaxel.
Thaxel and Aga.
And that was pretty fun. So, I don't know, there's so many characters now across things. Mavriel, I think, might be interesting too. Being so magical, Lennox is all about the wonder of the world. And I think that's it.
Yeah. As the player that plays Mavriel, that would be interesting because they're like opposites. Okay. Melissa. Has anything caught you by surprise while playing Silvra, either story-wise or character-wise?
Oh, Jesus. Character-wise, how she interacts with everybody in the group, giving everybody nicknames and stuff like that. Because when I role play, I just do and say like what comes to mind in that moment in the character. Story-wise was the second one, right? Story-wise, a super hot, sexy tiefling, honestly. That was interesting. And how that has progressed, and then guys, knock it off. Sharing her secret with Gimple. So that I can't talk about because secrets. Yeah, and character-wise, when she told him and showed him and everything, like she was not expecting him to be her friend at all afterwards. So it was really interesting.
So nice. Okay. Emilio. Again, this is from Steph.
Yeah.
Were the Cloud Giants really all that?
Yeah. That was fucking sweet, dude. Like, I think it's funny to play a character that gets excited about things around other characters that try to act really cool. I think it's really fun to play Peppino in that way, where he just has this unfiltered, childlike excitement about things that like are dangerous. It's an objectively dangerous situation. But to look at it from just a point of like just glee and just wonder and genuine curiosity. Yeah, no, I think it was cool. I think that I don't think anyone will believe him, whenever he tells the story. But
Yeah.
no, I think it's great.
Oops.
Daniel.
Sorry.
You're on the clock,
Just
Daniel.
shut that ringer off, my man.
That ringer wouldn't have gone off if you were paying attention to your whispers. Okay.
Oh, you have nothing else up.
Okay. No, it's your call. You have to tell me.
Okay.
Let's do... Okay. While you're thinking about that, let's see here.
I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back, scenes.
Dan, what are your hopes for Lennox in Obsidian Scar?
Babies. I want to have babies with people all over the... I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So many just Lennox
Oh
babies.
my gosh.
Yep. Like
Just a
Johnny
bunch of-
So
Appleseed.
much-
One
Just a
for
bunch
you,
of
one
buff
for you.
babies.
All
Just
of your
shredded abs.
treasures are going to go to child support, is what I'm hearing.
Right?
He won't even need his treasures.
I'll already be sharing the family jewels. So, let's see. Lennox. I mean, oh gosh, I want him to find himself as a person. A. B. I think I would be open to him finding a proper, healthy romantic relationship at some point. I think the poor guy, is something he doesn't know that he wants. Let's see. And I hope that he is able to sort through the terrible upbringing he had with his mom and the city he's from. And maybe get some answers, figure out whether or not he wants those answers. And if so, I hope he gets them. And then has lots of babies.
Okay. Question from Coffee Man in chat. Scariest monster in D&D? We kind of had this question last week too, or it was our favorite monster, but I want to start with Melissa. What's your favorite monster? Scariest monster?
I mean, I'm gonna have to be honest. I have not read through the monster manual continuously.
That's okay.
Because I'm more focused on like character creating and stuff, so I haven't really dived in from a DM perspective. I don't know. I have notebooks around me. Oh God, I'll just be generic and say the beholder. No, actually, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an answer.
That's okay. How about you, Emilio?
Beholders are pretty spooky. Honestly, I think that the scariest ones are things that like destroy items. Like a bag, I think it's called Bag of Devouring or whatever. And then also there's like a couple like blobs that just like eat your items and stuff like that. I think those are the worst because then you just feel like really bad if they take something important.
Makes a mental note.
Yeah.
Not
My favorite pair of socks.
You don't like monsters that make masks out of people's faces? That isn't scary to you? Go ahead, Dan.
I'm trying to find the name of this thing. There's a monster. It's not in 5th edition, but it's in a prior one, and it's this terrible, huge undead abomination. It's a corpse. It's called like a corpse something, and it drags around. It has a bunch of spikes on its body, and it just puts the bodies, collects bodies for necromancers, so it's sticking them on the spikes. But I think the fact that it's huge, like in real life, like if there was a gigantic undead construct or creature like that, that's not a construct, but the sheer size would be really scary, I think. Plus all the undead bodies hanging off of it, and it has this really fast charge. It's got a lot of spooky movement. So I'd say either that or the freaky doll that Nana D has now, which is more of an item, but still.
But
freaky
still,
dolls.
It is pretty freaky. It is pretty freaky. Not my, while I'm looking for it, not my answer, but I do high-level magic users, like high-level ones that can just like power word kill or like just fuck your shit up and like, and you can't do anything about it. That as a player, that scares the shit out of me.
Also, Curse like Strahd kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Because like he's super powerful and he'll like fuck your girlfriend too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like
yeah,
just,
he toys
like,
with you, that motherfucker.
Yeah, like
yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
It's kind of fucked up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Melissa. You are in a lot of current and developing campaigns. What is the challenge of role-playing so many characters, and what are the rewards?
The reward, I would have to say, is you get to have all these different stories that you can tell and share with so many different people, and in and outside of the game. And you get to God, my kid, like, can I just duct tape him to the wall? They're not used to me being on a stream on Wednesdays, so.
Aww.
Another reward I would have to say is kind of over time. I haven't really mastered everything, but like kind of over time, honing in my skill of being able to play so many different kinds of characters and so many different types. Or I guess that's the same thing twice, but like, you know what I mean? Like different classes, different things, different builds and stuff like that. And learn how to play them in different ways. And the challenge, oh gosh. Sometimes it's hard for me to, like, if I'm having, like, if I really can't, sometimes I have, eat him out the window. The challenge with having so many characters with so many different personality types is that it can be really difficult sometimes to change from one to another, especially if you have, like I have, Ben, hey, shh, dude. Like I have,
Naruto running.
Yeah.
Like I,
the
he's like,
anime
he just
run.
needs a headband.
Faster, Dan.
Like I have Stormfall and then I have Court of Thorns, and they're completely, entirely 180 campaigns, you know, with each other and stuff. They're completely different mindsets, and sometimes it can be hard, especially if you've been playing something the night before, and you're still kind of in that headspace from the night before, but you got to get into a different character and stuff, and then that can be kind of challenging. So I help do that by purposely creating different personalities, purposely with the song playlist that we do. What helps me is I will play Silvera's on Mondays. I'll play so-and-so's on this day. And it kind of helps me get into that headspace a little better.
Yeah.
And having mental and emotional boundaries for yourself between you and the character, so you can have that kind of separation, I think is really important.
Yeah. Very good. Emilio, what is the most misunderstood thing about Peppino, and do you think the other characters are ever going to figure it out?
The most misunderstood thing about Peppino. Well, besides just like some characters struggle to like understand and like a reality at times.
It's a loaded question for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if Peppino's misunderstood. I think that he's just at a disagreement fundamentally sometimes with other people. I don't think Peppino, he doesn't hide anything, and he doesn't. That might be the misunderstanding. Is he doesn't he doesn't outright lie to people. He doesn't try and trick anyone at anyone else's expense. The only thing he lies about is like Guillermo, like being smarter than him. But that's like in Peppino's mind, that's to make sure that his party doesn't feel inadequate in any way next to him. It's kind of like, but that's how Peppino blends in with like people that he's just more intelligent than. Yeah, he doesn't want anyone to feel bad.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
So so let me rephrase the end of that question. Do you think that the rest of the party will ever get to a point where they just sort of like understand and vibe with the fact that he just doesn't lie?
No. I don't think that we'll ever get to that point.
Okay. Yeah.
I think what will happen would be like eventually like Derek's or Elzaris is going to figure out that Guillermo is just an extension of Peppino, and they're going to be like betrayed by that or something. Like they're just going to like, yeah. I mean, it would be nice. It would be awesome to have, full and complete trust between every person in the party, but
Yeah.
just like in real life, like that never quite happens.
I realize I'm your DM, and so I should have realized this, but now I really want Peppino to meet Maeve because she is the other character in all of the other campaigns that does not lie, but she's evil, so it would be yeah.
If you were gonna ask me which campaign I would want Peppino in, it would be in the evil campaign, because I think it'd be really fun to role play Peppino being like, wait, are these bad guys? Like, am I with bad people right now? Like, am I a bad guy?
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You can't say it like that and not expect it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Okay. Dan.
Yeah.
Kazil has 2 ninja weapons at his sides. What's the story there? Can you tell us?
What was the question again? Sorry.
That's okay. Kazil has 2 ninja weapons at his sides. What's the story there, and can you tell us?
I can't tell you. No, sorry. Oh, that's such a bummer. So the weapons are nothing special in themselves. It's just his training in them. He's actually seeking the third part to make the complete daisho, a complete set of 3 like samurai would have. So the wakizashi is what he's looking for. He's got the katana, he's got the tanta, which is like a dagger, and then the wakizashi is a middle length, which is the 3 swords you'd see a samurai resting their hand on, which is sort of why Azil has that in his pose. Despite being, the intent was to make him like an Indiana Jones type character, because he's an archaeologist and he digs up these things because he actually has a sage background. That's the character. There is an interesting bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Is he the one with message, or is it which one?
Oh, Lennox actually has message.
Yeah, no,
but I can't figure. Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I do. Oh my gosh. Can I keep this straight?
We need like little cue card things when you're doing something for the wrong character to call you out.
Nice. Yes. Oh, I love that idea.
That would actually be great, because sometimes I have to switch my brain and it's like, oh, that's not the right character.
Wait,
like when early on when Rhea kept forgetting her sneak attack and Tasha made me a sign to remind me about my sneak attack.
Right.
Aw. Simpler times. Okay. Some of these were asked individually, but we kind of covered them, so I'm just trying to make sure I got everyone's questions. I've got one more for Emilio. Has anything surprised you while playing Peppino, either story-wise or character-wise? Bless you.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the
Oh,
first
thank you.
question Steph asked, and I was hoping you were going to ask it verbatim with the
Oh,
parentheses
I
included.
hadn't gotten there yet. Yeah, well, we can do
it's
that
fine.
one
We'll get
instead.
to
Okay.
we can get to that.
Okay.
Has anything surprised you when playing Peppino?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At the beginning, I was really surprised at how much people didn't trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty surprised by that. And I was surprised that I had to like earn their trust,
Mm-hmm.
which clearly wasn't working because I also wasn't lying to them. But I don't know. Story-wise, yeah, probably the biggest surprise was Derek's death. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, we'll see. I'm sure there'll be more surprises to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there are mines everywhere for y'all to blow off your feet with.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna ask Melissa. Wait. Did I ask you what your hopes are for Silvera?
No.
Okay. What are your hopes for Silvera's character? So wait, Silvera's character? Does Silvera have a PC that she plays in the game?
Nice.
Yeah, she has her own private.
Inception. Okay, yeah.
Does
What are
she
your?
already have a kid?
I know.
Please, Steph, don't knock her up. Dear God. My hope for Silvera is to, oh gosh, I haven't really thought about this in a while. For her to come to terms with being okay as she is, and to become accepted and have enough self-love, and because she's very insecure.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big reason why she wears the ring, clearly, but I want her to be able, my hope for her is for her to be able to accept her as she is in her original deal. So, and to be able to be confident enough to accept herself as she is, and that it's okay to be herself.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have to fake anything. She doesn't have to, you know, be afraid and fearful of people and what they might think or anything like that. So, yeah.
Very good. Awesome. Okay.
And to not be pregnant.
Fingers crossed. Okay. We're getting towards the end in Discord. So, Emilio, why did you create Peppino to be the way he is?
What about the parentheses? You're not gonna...
Oh, I'm sorry. Not a troll question, I swear. Which is what got me. Yep.
That was asked by the wonderful Steph.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Not a troll question.
Why did you pick his ways?
I created Peppino because I wanted to make the opposite of like that archetypal know-it-all pompous wizard that like you know decimates a battlefield and you know is like power hungry and just I just wanted to make like just the complete opposite of that, just like a sweet guy that just wants to legitimately help people and make as many friends as he can and you know, leave everything better than how we like leave, you know, the Obsidian Scar better than how it was before he came there. He wants to just improve things and make the world a better place.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, I'll do half donuts really fast because I think I've answered this before, so it should be pretty quick.
It's a good one.
How do I feel about the difference between being the DM? Okay, so for me, you know, I enjoy being a DM because I do all of this prep work and that, you know, I enjoy a lot of that. But then I really like how I can just roll up on Sunday nights and I feel like a lot of, you know, obviously I'm playing off of what the players are doing. But for me, it's like I don't have to make any decisions. You know, you guys are the ones who have to figure out what you're doing, and I'm just responding to it. You know, so it's kind of like relaxing to me because it's like, you know, I don't have to decide, am I going the right way as a character? Are we doing what we're supposed to? You know, am I screwing up? But on the flip side, there is something nice about, you know, really only focusing in on one character and really getting into that one character. And also that, you know, it is fun as a player to like roll up 5 minutes before the session and not have to do a whole lot of homework beforehand. So, yeah, I mean, I think I like him 50-50 because I like him for it. It's just two totally different sides of the game. So there you go. All right. So a question for everyone. What other RPGs have you played? How about Emilio? Do you want to go first?
Well, I was going to ask you if you wanted to share the story of our wonderful game of Cyberpunk at PAX.
How about this? I'll let you share it, and I'll fill in any details that you forget.
So we, you know, at PAX West, they have signups for RPGs, and they fill up pretty quickly. But we managed. There was 6 of us,
Wow.
and we managed to find a completely blank time slot for Cyberpunk, which Alec, one of our friends, really wanted to try, and the rest of us were super down. And we get there and we sit down and like the DM was like, first off, the DM was like 20 minutes late or something like that.
Yeah.
And the first thing he says is like, just to let you guys know, I'm kind of a different type of DM that you're used to.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, like, what does that mean? And he's like, okay, so you know how if you roll like a natural 1 or a natural 20, good things happen? It's like if you roll too many like critical successes, it might be bad. And we were just like, I don't like, okay, first off, the odds of that happening are like 1 in 200 or something like that. And then also like, whatever, like there's no such thing as something being too good.
Yeah.
And then Victoria, what actually happened? Was it your character that killed mine? Or is it Katie?
It might have been Katie's because she was the undercover cop or the not so undercover cop. Yeah.
That was Deontay, actually.
Oh, was it?
Deontay rolled 3 natural 20s in a row to like bend like some prison bars. We had gotten locked up in prison.
Yeah.
And he actually like slipped and like from bending the bars and like hit his head.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
And it was like killed effectively. His character was like killed by rolling like multiple natural 20s.
Yeah.
Katie's character tried to save my character with a medicine check and rolled a 1 twice. And so she like ended up killing my character. It was just this weird like domino effect of like us hurting ourselves.
Yeah. I think the most go ahead and finish your.
I was gonna say, that was my only experience with the different RPG. Was that game of Cyberpunk.
I think I was most disappointed that we didn't actually get to use any of the cool things that would be in Cyberpunk.
We didn't do anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So, Dan, how about you?
No. I mean, plenty of like things, PC games that are RPGs, but tabletop, no, just D&D, just 5th edition.
Okay, Melissa.
I'm pretty much the same with Dan as far as tabletop goes. 5e was my first experience, is my first experience. I would like to branch out into like Greyhawk and Cyberpunk and other genres and stuff like that, but
Okay. Well, I'll make it spicy because I have a whole list. Call of Cthulhu, lots of fun. Definitely would recommend that. Dungeon World, Fate.
Well, was Fate the one where we played Jenga? What was the one where we played Jenga?
Oh yeah, that's Dread.
That was one that we played.
Yeah, Dread.
Dread. We played Dread,
which is a lot of fun. There's this one that's called For the Queen, which is a really interesting sort of you create your characters as you go through asking questions to each other. So that one's really interesting. Recently played Starcross. That one was fun. And I have played one game of Star Trek Adventures, and I really want to do more of it because that was a lot of fun. So yeah.
I do want to try out Vampire the Masquerade.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
me too.
Yes. I'm really
That's
excited for
Cyberpunk.
Cartel to finally be finished because it was what kickstarted like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holding on for that one. That one's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And we're trying to eventually have some like one shots and short runs on here so that we can play some of these other interesting RPGs eventually, right?
Yeah.
So.
One shots are great. I love making characters for one shots because
Yeah.
you just get to really make some stupid characters.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to agree.
Exactly.
Like it's so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Awesome. Well, we have actually gotten through all of our questions for the night, and normally we'd sit and try and get some more questions from chat, but it happens to be, I don't know, someone's
No one
birthday,
important. No one important.
and
Sorry about it.
because of that, we'll probably cut it off a little bit early. But awesome. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. We have D&D all week except for on Thursdays. And if on Thursdays you're dying for some D&D, you can hop over to D20's stream because she has her Small Folk campaign. But yeah, we have Stormfall, which is the more serious, dramatic campaign on Fridays. We've got Court of Thorns, the horror genre sort of campaign on Saturdays. On Sundays, we currently have the Obsidian Scar, which is an exploratory campaign that is probably the silliest of all of them. And we are going to have, hold on, let me pull up Kim's note really fast so I get it right. We have, Kim is on this Sunday. She's actually, oh no, that's not a private message with her. There we go. So starting this coming Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, Kim will start the new pre-campaign discussions for the new campaign Equilibrium, which is a wholesome adventuring group belonging to the Order of Mystra, followers that place magic items around the world for adventurers to find. They will be creating puzzles, delving into various places, spreading rumors about the items that they hide, all about positive vibes and hiding that fat loot for adventurers. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
And then Monday nights is the Forsaken, which is, of course, what else is it besides side quests? I'm so
Side
behind.
quests that don't get completed. No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, our side quest campaign.
Side quests and humping everything.
Yeah. Horny side
Getting
quests,
mad at
yeah.
each other.
And then, of course,
side quests.
yeah, and then, of course, Tuesday nights is Kier's Lament, the All Evil campaign. And I know we weren't playing last night, but thank you for everyone who came and hung out with us to play some board games. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. If you missed it, you should probably go watch it before it's
We
finished.
delete it forever.
We delete it
Yeah.
forever. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
it's not
So
getting
good.
put on YouTube. So
No way.
yeah. So
That'll get pulled down in a heartbeat.
yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. Phew. All right. Well, everyone have a fantastic week, and we'll see you on I don't know, Friday. I'm not sure what we're doing. We'll see you later in the week.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have a
I'll
good
put
one,
us
guys.
rating over to Kim's
Okay.
channel.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
All right,
goodness.
neat.
We did it.
Did it.
Short and sweet.
I know. So efficient tonight, guys.
It was. What's gonna happen?